My name is Arran Amoroso, born and raised in Carson, California, now living in Orange County. I am a licensed loan officer at Mr. Cooper. I started with my company as a streamlined refinance agent. I had no clue about anything about mortgages, but one thing that I did have was I had a lot of drive, but the sales portion of it is where I struggled because I didn't have a background in sales. I was very robotic. I didn't really have any sales ability or any kind of sales training. So what I was looking for was for someone who was no fluff, who had certain strategies, someone who teach and something that I could actually implement. And so once I found the Sales Boost Camp, I saw such a huge difference in my production, maybe 30–40% in the first year. And then I also was able to take the grind out of the day. I was able to take control of conversations and increase production pretty much. So when I first started, I was middle of the pack. And so I wasn't really seen as above average or a top agent. So after I did the Sales Boost Camp, everyone started to notice a few things like, where are you getting your leads? Or, how are you converting this? How did you increase your production so quickly? So one thing I told them is like, I'm studying, and they're like, what do you mean? So I always attribute a lot of my success to Daniel because of certain strategies, techniques, and wordplay and trigger words and things that he goes over. Every single time everyone asks me like, what do I need to do to increase numbers? I always point them in the direction of Sales Remastered or to Daniel. So at first my sales manager was like, what are you doing differently? Because a lot of people are on the team are asking, what's Arran doing? How come all of a sudden he's performing a lot better? He's at, the top of the team or, in the top 15, top 20 of the company. All of a sudden my income went up tremendously, like a lot, like crazy amount of money, maybe like 5–7x from my first year, maybe even more than that. When I started in the industry, this is when we were selling a lot of cash out. It was like 2017. I had to make certain adjustments and I didn't know any better because, I was new in the industry. So selling cash out using the certain strategies that Daniel and Sales Remastered taught me, it made it very, very easy to transition because I didn't have bad habits. When I changed my call flow, I saw that my production was a lot higher, but then the market came back and rates went down. And that's when everything just went insane. So my production went up maybe 3–4x when rates dropped from when I initially started the Boost Camp. I believe that most companies think they have sales training, but it's not legit. It's usually a trainer who used to be a salesperson but couldn't make it. And so, they teach you the things that you're supposed to do, but they don't really have a certain strategy, or they don't have certain wordplay. They don't have scripts. They don't have things to make you a top agent. So they can help you become, an average agent, above average agent. But if you're trying to get to the top or become a top agent, like you need to have certain direction, certain strategies, certain wordplay. And that's all things that Daniel was able to teach. I would recommend Sales Remastered because I've seen what it did in my life. I can only speak from my experience, right? So when I started in the industry, I was 23, I think. And that's when I connected with Daniel. I know how much I was making then. I had a small little condo in Long Beach. I was super stoked to even buy that at 23, to now I'm on my third house. I have a $1.5 million house in North Tustin. My family's set. I'm doing good. I don't have stress with work. It's just been amazing. I get to enjoy my kids and I don't have to worry about finances. So I just want to give a shout out to Daniel. He's actually my first mentor. We came from the same area, Carson, Long Beach, same kind of upbringing. Just seeing how quickly my life turned around in 5 years. And it was all from, the foundation that Sales Remastered gave me, and just the wordplay, the tonality, all the things that you need to have to be a top agent are things that you can learn if you're coachable and you listen and you're hungry and motivated. So I just want to thank Daniel, Sales Remastered, for getting me to where I'm at right now. It's just been an amazing ride.